Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. This is Rima and I'm here with another guidance session. This is going to be a coffee cup reading for the month of June 2023 for the sign of Leo. If you have Sun, Moon or Rising Leo, or if you're a customer channel, loved one is a Leo, this might be the video that you want to watch. I want to thank you all for supporting my channel. Those of you who have been with me for a while, or if you just joined, welcome. If you like the kind of work that I do, please subscribe and give me a thumbs up. If you're interested in private readings with me, you can find my contact in the About tab. With that, let's start the reading. Let's see what kind of messages we're going to receive from for Leo for the month of June 2023. Well, off the bat, Leo, I can see that you're aiming for a big target, something that you have come a long way to get there. Like it's time now for you to shoot, to aim that target, to direct your message maybe to someone. And you have been thinking about this for a long time. You have come a long way. Maybe you have been patient with someone or with a situation for a long time, and now it's time for you, or you think it's time that you can express your feeling, your word, whatever it is. It depends. Many people are watching, so it depends what resonates with you. But this is now time for that. This is time for you to get to that results. Like this is now time for you to shoot. That's exactly what I'm seeing here. You can aim, you can target, you can direct a message, you can write that email, for example, you can ask that loan, or you can express your love to someone, and it is going to be heard. Well, a lot of people here. Someone comes for an apology. There might be something around Halloween. For some reason, I see around Halloween, maybe in October, something is going to happen. Maybe for some of you, someone brings an apology for you. Someone needs your forgiveness. For a lot of you, it can be your children. There is some advancements in your relationship with your children if you have kids, or maybe your kids are feeling more. You feel like your kids are more mature. You can express your how can I say, like they know better, they understand life better, and there's another layer of your relationship which is unfolded with your kids. Like they were teenagers and now they are young adults, or they were kids, now they are teenagers, or maybe they were babies and now they are like they can talk to them. I see a little bit of, I see bonding which is getting improved with your parents or with your children. It depends where you fall. But again, there is some kind of forgiveness. Try to be generous, try to be forgiving, specifically with kids or with someone who's like younger than you, maybe even someone who works for you, or someone who's maybe even students. There's a routine. I see that a child might be released from the hospital, and that could be around the, as I mentioned, around Halloween. They come back to home. Maybe they start going back to school. I see that beautiful energy. Maybe some of your kids have gone somewhere for summer and they come back home around that time. Again, in many different scenarios, and it can be very different for different people, so please take what resonates. I see a lot of energies of like many, I mean, I can see a lot of energies for many people around children and kids. I see that some kids are starting to stand up on their feet. Again, not everyone has kids, so it can be that your situation, one of your very a desire that is very dear to your heart, something that you really like, a project that is very dear to your heart, a person, an activity, something that you really care for and is so dear for you, it can come to intuition, it can come to realization, to manifestation, and you might witness how beautifully it's now standing up on their feet. They are getting independent. Some of you, maybe your small business is getting more independent. You're making money, there is revenue, and which is actually very nice. So for some of you, you had hardships in the business or hardships in financial situation. I see that it is coming to a beautiful. You look, this person is sitting and they're holding their knees. There is a good news coming, or maybe there was something that left, some energy that left your life, and you're missing them. For a lot of you, I can feel like there was a love relationship. There was a romance that somehow someone needed to leave, to depart. I don't see it permanent. Maybe for some of you it's permanent. and you're not happy, or someone is not happy, Leo, about this situation. I don't see it a permanent loss, but someone is thinking that it is over. Some of you are misinterpreting other people's behavior, or even their, even if they are very clear to you, you still are considering the worst case scenario, and you're making scenarios for yourself. I see in a specific situation or scenario that someone, maybe your girlfriend, boyfriend, spouse, loved one, has left because of work, because of studies, or family situation, whatever, and you're feeling like, okay, this is over and we are going to break up, and they're lying to me, they are not interested, something like that. Like, you're exaggerating, you're overthinking, and that's not actually true. So I can see that you're not happy with the situation, even you're not happy with yourself. Some of you, Leo, you're like criticizing yourself. You're saying that I'm not good enough, maybe I was not good enough. This is really deep down that you're thinking, and you're judging yourself. Some of you are judging your patience, some of you are judging yourself, and altogether I can say that you're not happy. And again, I don't see a valid point for not being happy. I see that this, what you're thinking, it doesn't have a strong, how can I say, you don't have a strong case. Don't blame others, don't blame yourself. At some point you'll be very upset. If you are, just try to get to make it easier for yourself, and try to maybe have that dialogue with people. Be honest with yourself, try to start writing what you feel, and then maybe the day after you go read them and you're like, oh, this is nonsense. Because these emotions, these when we criticize ourselves, these are very temporary, and it can damage it. There are feelings that are temporary, but they can damage us for a long time. But when we analyze it, we can feel like, maybe that day my mood was bad, and that's what I felt, but today my mood is good. So it's good to kind of record them, and really see how our feelings are dancing around these emotions. So just one thing that I wanted to mention. There's a woman, I mean, again, for this scenario, I see that there's your mother or a female energy worried for you. I mean, as much as you're criticizing, maybe some of you lost your job, you didn't pass an exam or something, and as I said, maybe someone left you, or maybe they temporarily stopped a relationship, something in those lines. Maybe your application was rejected, and you're really upset about that. And if I see a female energy, like a mother figure, is very upset for you. They're looking at you and they're really upset. They wish they could do something. Maybe they're even telling you what I just said, that it's not a big deal, don't worry, you will pass the test again, or she will come back, or he will come back, something in those lines. And this person is really worried. If it's your mother, they're really worried for you, or it can be you. Maybe you have a Leo child or Leo spouse that they are in this situation. But don't be upset. A good news is coming, and someone has your back. The universe has your back. I see 10 of events, things are going to change. I kind of see a wheel of fortune, and that thing, that if you lost something financially, or a position or a job, it was actually needed, and the universe needed you to be detached from that person, from that situation, or from that job. Maybe when someone needs to go to a doctor to check their back, maybe you have backache or back problem. It can be because you're standing so much, or you are working so hard. For some of you, you're thinking that my job is not, you're not happy with your job, and you're like, I'm spending a lot of time, even for example, my back hurts, I spend a lot of hours, I'm not making enough money. This is something that, as I said, this is something you're not satisfied with, something that you always blame yourself. But don't blame yourself. There's always other ways that you can improve your find another job if you need to have a plan. But for most of you, I see that this is a temporary. I mean, there is something that you can fix, there's something that can be corrected. So you don't need to necessarily leave your job, but maybe there are better habits that you need to develop in order to be successful in your job, for example, something like that. I don't see big changes are needed. I see that you are very much judging yourself. There might be a news coming from someone who's far, like in a distance. Maybe it's someone, a relative or something. I see a microphone. You might get to express your feelings. Maybe someone is asking you, or asking you to give them your feedback. Some of you need to provide feedback, even for your own for your own sake. I mean, sitting at home and just holding your knees like this is not going to help your problem. If you have a feedback at work with your person, if you're not happy that someone is leaving, if you're not happy that someone is behaving like for example like this to you, express that to them, and don't just let it be like, I'm just going to sit here and I leave it for them to figure out. People won't figure out what's going in our mind until we somehow express it and let them know of the challenges that we have or things that are going on in our head. So be more expressive. I really be more expressing. I really see that you need to take that microphone and start talking. Maybe someone has a presentation and you're nervous about the presentation. This is also something that I saw, so it can be for some people. You might find something, and people might come ask and give you the the description of what it is that you found. Maybe you find a cell phone and people come and give you this description. It might be a little bit of headache for you. There might be some people that come and claim that this is theirs, and it might be a little bit of a problem. So if you find something, in order to find the right person whom this belongs to, try to, I don't know, have a plan, or don't get so much involved. I see someone is swimming very strongly. Some of you, Leo, are really trying to get to a destination. You really want to finish a projects, and you're going by all your force, specifically if you are swimming in a club or in a team, if you're a member of your school team or any team. I see a lot of training for you. You're taking it very seriously, or even if it can be someone around you or your kids. And I see bright future. I mean, you can be, I see that you have the physics, the body for this sport, and it's going to be great. For others, I see that you're swimming towards your goal, maybe toward your passion. Some of you are really waiting for summer so that you can go see your loved one. It's like maybe you're passing the ocean. Maybe someone is living in Europe, or somebody will have to pass the ocean and then see your beloved ones or your family. Or maybe it's a job or something that you need to find, something that satisfies you. It's somewhere a little bit further from you. You need to swim there. And as I said, you do it with all your energy. But it's the reading for June, and Venus is soon going to be entering your sign. So there's going to be beautiful advancements for you. I see changes for a lot of you. I see that new relationships, new contracts are going to be, you're going to be rewarded with them. Your bank account might be a little bit more strong. You might have more money. And this gives you a lot of pleasure. So Venus in your sign gives you a lot of abundance in your money, love, even your beauty. If you want to do some beauty procedures, you can certainly do that. For some of you, if you are trying to get pregnant, I see pregnancy. During this time when Venus is in your sign, I can say that everything is almost possible, and whatever you want to do, do it before Venus gets retrograde in your sign. So that might be something that could hold up a little bit. And of course, during the retrograde time of Venus, don't start a romantic relationship. Don't get engaged. Don't get married. Don't buy anything big, important. Don't sign a contract, which is a great, how can I say, investment when Venus is retrograding. And you can find that online if you are looking for dates and when these things happen. Someone is working in a chemistry lab or a pharmacy. Someone is going to a cruise. Someone might invite you, a friend or someone, that let's go on a cruise, and you might not accept. You might want to go, but you don't have the time or you don't have the resources to go. And you hear that they went, and you might even see pictures about that they put on social media. I see a chicken someone is feeding a chicken. Maybe some of you are thinking about having your own chicken, if you have a big place or if you have a farm or something like that. Maybe you're thinking of having your farm. Some of you, Leo, have big projects in your mind. I see that you can have an investment. Maybe you're investing in food industry, in having organic food. When Venus is in your sign, you might start thinking about eating organic having a beautiful, like a good and healthy diet, and not only for yourself but also like as a not career, but that's some investment, something that you like, you love. Some of you really like to be this kind of producer, someone that produces an organic clean energy even, maybe. If not, I see that you might be supervising some project. You might get a job, maybe even some investigation. If you're a student, maybe some maybe your thesis is about organic food or eating healthy or habits or toxics in the environment. For some reason, some of you are I can see that you're very much like paying a lot of attention to the environment and clean energies. I definitely see a wedding. This is the bride. I see that the male energy, like the groom, is older. They might be significantly older than the bride, like significantly, like 20 years above, 20 years plus older. Yeah, you might be invited to this wedding. I kind of feel like this wedding might be in Italy or France for some reason. You might be invited, or you go there. I see someone is a pilot, or someone is dating a pilot. That's for other people. If you're a flight attendant, you might start a relationship with a person at your work. Maybe they are a pilot, but I see that someone is taking control, like a pilot who takes control of the airplane and they're in charge. So someone is, either you are going to be in charge, you want to be in charge, or someone comes and helps you with your life duties and responsibilities. Someone is doing yoga, very clear here. It calms you down, and it gives you strength. I definitely see strength for you. You are going to be very strong, or you need to be very strong during this time, like specifically in June. Someone is walking, maybe you're getting ready for a marathon, because I saw swimming, I see running, I see physical basically exercises. Someone is getting, they're trying to not only get fit but also get strong, like exactly for marathon. When you train for marathon, it's a specific type of training that you do. There are different phases for some of you. Again, if you have a lot of investments, and like I see that you might develop or you might expand in different countries or different cities. I see that pieces or patches of energies of bringing money in your household. Maybe you have different maybe you have a full-time job and then also a small business. Maybe you bake, and also you have a website, or you also something like that. Maybe also you teach on, so you have income from different sources. At some point you need to pay more attention on the supervision task. You will need to start interviewing for a manager. If you are in an entertainment field, you might need to hire a manager, or I see you might be asked to go for an interview. For some people, if you are in entertainment, you might be asked to play a role in a different language, or somehow there's a different language or something that is not very familiar for you. I definitely see a camera, like in a shooting film, like a scenario. Maybe some of you, I don't know, like you happen to see a very famous crew of actors somewhere that they're filming, and you stay there and watch. Again, you might be traveling to France or Europe or anywhere. And you see, there's the cast are shooting a scene. You might be part of or your kids might be part of an ad. But it's actually nice. Someone is having a baby. Maybe your baby is not sleeping very well, but I see that this is going to be resolved gradually. There's a lot of opportunities for you. I see that the universe has opened its arms for you. You are welcomed. You're being welcomed. You feel welcome. I don't know if you're moving, or even if there is a baby coming, this baby brings a lot of blessings in your life. Again, someone might get married and move to a different country with a different culture, very different culture. You might have a culture shock. Like maybe someone gets married and go to a country that the culture is very different, and they might have a baby there. I see someone is working. I see the energy that a Japanese female is coming home and they're alone, or maybe I see that Japan for some reason, or maybe any other country, a single female energy comes back home and they're really exhausted. Maybe things, I mean, Leo, for a lot of you, I see that your things are not going very well at work, or you think that you're not shining as much as you wanted. As I explained in the beginning, some of you are overthinking, over exaggerating. It's not exactly what you think. You want to be shining, and when things are a little bit gloomy, you feel like you're not enough, you feel like people are not fair. Use your brain more. Like I said, you can use your brain. You can have a very good analytical job. Maybe start to take some courses, even in computers. Leo, you can shine in different. Wow, I see a beautiful piece of jewelry. For a lot of you, I see that you will be on the focus. I mean, getting married or having a partner who's very, very wealthy is in your, for some of you, is in your cup. And as I said, they might be older than you, but they're hugely, like super, super millionaire. Like they're very, very wealthy. They're very privileged, and you might have to start a very different lifestyle with them. It might be something that you don't even foresee for now. But I see things are going to change. Venus is coming to your sign very soon and brings a lot of changes in your romance and also finances. But as I said, be careful about when Venus becomes retrograde. I think it's sometime in July. Well, dear Leo, that was your reading. I hope that you liked it. Thank you so much. And until the next time, stay blessed.